Yeah, I remember last summer, kind of middle of July, I was in this final round for like, it was between me and another candidate for this kind of dream job. It was like a director of design job at this writing company. And I was so beyond excited about it. And I felt like I had a really good shot at landing this thing. And I didn't get it. And I remember just like the heartbreak and the anxiety from it. Because you get so close, right? And then like this has happened a couple of times where you get really far in the interview cycle, and then for whatever reason, like the market shifts and like the role got canceled, or again, like people, like it's competitive. Like there are people that are far more experienced and better, and like I was punching up for sure. It would have been a risk for them. And what I ended up looking back, when you get a job, you're like, okay, I didn't need to borrow as much suffering as I was borrowing in that moment. Like I really could have taken a few breaths and like, yes, this sucks, like feel it and then let it pass. I tell my daughter all the time, like just like feel our emotions and let it pass like a cloud in the sky. And I could have used that advice more. I'm like, okay, like there are more opportunities out there. Like what can I do? What can I learn from this? What can I tweak? Um, Constantly be questioning, like if you're struggling in the job market. And you mentioned like transformation a couple of times, and I think maybe like alluded to some of it, but the thing that has made me resilient is just knowing that like I have survived every bad day. Like all the worst things that have happened so far, like I'm still here and breathing, and like that is something like I take a lot of pride in, I guess. Is weird. Like I feel very lucky that I'm still here breathing. So I have to remember like these bad days are not going to last forever, despite what it feels like. For the job stuff itself, it's just constantly learning what we could tweak. I remember after I bombed this like Figma presentation, and we had kind of a lot going on, like daughter's health and hospital stays, and I was just like in this tough spot of trying to navigate personal life. And I had this interview in the morning where I showed up, and she like I just wasn't in a good headspace to give this presentation,
Yeah.
and the presentation like wasn't as good as it needed to be. And I bombed it so hard, like I said earlier in our chat. And looking back at that though, like it was a great experience because I redid my entire like portfolio, my presentation, like
Mm.
how I was
Hmm.
framing things, how I was thinking about things, and kept like, okay, this is an opportunity to like redo this. And it became more successful because of that. So I'd say like reframing some of those pieces. You're not alone. Like people that are struggling in the job market, like it feels very easy. It's so tough scanning LinkedIn, and you just see so many of these like green circles on people's profiles and like the struggles that they're having. But ideally, like we'd be there for each other. So yeah, if I can, anybody listening, if I can help in any way with job market stuff, if you need like portfolio reviews or um, you know companies that are hiring, like reach out. Let's figure out how we can help.